Hi Scorpio, thank you so much for joining back into Root for the Beast Tarot. This is Seven God Lou back with another video for Scorpio Collective, okay? So Scorpio, we're going to do a video of what's coming next in love for you, okay? What is coming next in love for our Scorpio Collective? Now Scorpio, straight off the bat, Scorpio, I'm getting that somebody wants to know if you're loyal or not, okay? Scorpio, somebody is watching you, right? This is a partner, this is a future partner of yours, okay? Who is actually a divine counterpart who's really into you, okay? Spirit has your new divine relationship protected, okay? This new chapter that you're gonna have, Scorpio, it is protected, okay? But this person needs to know if you're loyal or not, okay? This person may have like a lot of money here, okay? This person is like, yo, when this person see you, they're like, no, that is my person, okay? So I'm getting this song by by Usher, Confessions remix with Kanye West. And he goes, when you beat it, that's when you gonna have to tell her, that's what she gonna tell you to beat it. And you know it ain't y'all little secret. You know, you famous, you can't go nowhere. Okay? So Scorpio, something has happened. You may have had some sort of like sexy time with somebody or something like that, right? And this person may have seen you, may have known that you did that. And they're like it's how you did it, Scorpio, that they don't like. They're like, I don't like the way this person did it. They may be some sort of gold digger, okay? So somebody doesn't agree with how you encounter with other people, right? Maybe you had some sort of sneaky link on a first night, okay? Maybe you didn't you didn't make this person work hard for it or something like that, okay? And this person may think like, oh, this person just did that because they want money. Is my divine counterpart a gold digger? Is my divine counterpart a 304? Okay, a 304, y'all know what that is. All right, so let's get into it, Scorpio. All right, let's see what it's giving. What's coming next for Scorpio in love? But that is what I've got straight off the bat, Scorpio. Let's see if there's anything else here. What is coming next for Scorpio Collective in love? What is coming next for our Scorpio Collective in love? What is coming next? Let's see, what is coming next for our Scorpio Collective in love? All right, so we have comments, okay? Fishing for comments, all right? We have soul tie, all right? And then we have jealousy, okay? So let's get into it. What is fishing for comments here, all right? What is fishing for comments for our Scorpio Collective? What is fishing for comments? Yeah, so somebody is hurt, okay? Somebody is hurt and they don't know whether to end it with you completely or not, okay? Because of something that happened in the past, okay, that you may have done, Scorpio, or flip it, switch it, okay? This may be this person, okay? So somebody thinks that you like work for money. Somebody's hurt because somebody thinks that you like work with people because you want some sort of money. You want some sort of finances or something like that, okay? Let's see, what is death in reverse? Okay, yeah, so the divine wants me to reveal that somebody is taking note on you here, okay? And they didn't take action on you, okay? Because you may have been with some sort of fire sign or something like that, okay? Yeah, you may have been with some sort of fire sign here. So that's when they stopped dealing with you. You've dealt with somebody and you was flirting with somebody and then they seen that and they were like, oh no, okay? And they feel as though this let them know that you're all about money, okay? This let them know that, you expose yourself, or they feel as though, you expose who you are to them, who you really are to them, right? But this isn't necessarily true with this person, but this person's watching you and making some sort of assumption, okay? So this person is not an option in your past. So maybe you didn't date this person. This was somebody that you may have messed around with, but you took some sort of risk here with this person, and this other person took note on that and they seen you, okay? They seen you do this, all right? What is this High Priestess in reverse? Yeah, this King of Pentacles, it may be a earth sign, okay? Doesn't necessarily have to be. Yeah, this earth sign, okay? They feel as though you put them in competition, okay, with somebody who's not on their level, with some sort of King of Wands energy, okay? And this person is sick, okay? Because they feel as though you weren't looking at your actions, all right? They feel as though, like, Scorpio, look at me and look at them, okay? Like, why would you mess with them, okay? Even if they do, everybody looks good, right? It's just more so like, look at how this person act. Look at how this person carry themselves. Like, this person was like, nah, that person ain't me, okay? This person is not me, okay? They feel as though you created some sort of soul tie, okay, to someone. They feel as though you create soul ties. That's why they feel, right? And they kind of felt a little jealous about that, okay? And that's when they cut you off, because they like, okay, Scorpio, I seen you mess with this one. And then I see you went out with this person, you know, they're like, I don't like that. I feel like you know, you are on some sort of mixy type of stuff. Okay. Now, Scorpio, don't get it twisted. Okay. Nobody is calling you that. All right. I'm a Scorpio myself. Okay, guys. So don't get it twisted. All right. Let's see. What is jealousy? Let's see. So this person, they didn't care, so they're acting like they don't give a F. You know, I'm gonna be single. You know, Scorpio, she can go around, he can go around and talk to whomever. They can do whatever the F they want to do. I'm gonna be single. Okay, so this is how this person feel. They're really actually jealous that you were with this other person. Okay, and they just felt like, you know, that person is not on their freaking level. Like, why, Scorpio, out of everybody that you can mess with, you know, why not waste your time? You want to waste your time? Why not waste your time with me? That's how they feel. Okay, and they're jealous. All right. Now, Scorpio, this seems as though you never dated this person, right? Or if you did date this person, it was like, you know, well, you never dated this person. I'm getting, this is somebody that you know of. Okay, I'm getting that is destined for you and this person to come together. So maybe you guys didn't date for a long period of time. This person wants a family with you. Okay, so this person is coming back to you. Okay, because they're like, damn, you know, they did some sort of reading or something like that, I'm getting. Okay, and they're like, you know what, Scorpio is my person, so you know what, I'm gonna be single, da da da, because Scorpio did this, or I seen Scorpio do that, right? But then they're like, damn, do I want to spend the rest of my life, you know, growing old, like we're only getting older, by myself, or do I want to forgive Scorpio for some shit that they did when we weren't even together, or I wasn't even with them? It's something like that. Maybe you guys weren't together, or this person's not with you, and they're just watching you because they know who their soulmate is. They know that is you, and they're like, should I forgive Scorpio for the way that Scorpio's acting, you know, or for what Scorpio did when I wasn't, you know, even in Scorpio's life? Okay, there's some sort of negative energy around your connection at this time. Okay, let's see what else is it giving here. Let's see what else is coming next for our Scorpio collective and love. Yeah, so there's some sort of past. In the past, somebody ended it, okay? In the past, somebody ended it here. Yeah, they're thinking, do I want this past life connection, okay? There's some sort of apology here. Let's get into it. What is this? What is the Six of Cups? Yeah, this is definitely a past life soulmate. This is definitely one of your soulmates, Scorpio, okay? So somebody is trapped in their mind about an ending. Let's see, what is this Eight of Swords? Somebody didn't give a F, okay, in the past. Okay, so somebody's in their mind thinking about, yeah, somebody didn't stop talking to you here. Okay, what is this Eight of Cups? Yeah, in the past, somebody say that they didn't care, you know, because they were in this devil energy here. Okay, they were in this devil energy because they're really, really jealous. When you give your time and attention to other people, because they feel as though you belong to them. Okay, so somebody doesn't know whether to stay or leave because they know that you're a good person. Okay, it's been revealed, like they've been watching you. They're like, damn, Scorpio's a good person, but I don't like the way Scorpio, you know, last time Scorpio, you know, Scorpio's single, but Scorpio had a sneaky link, and I seen that. I don't like the way, you know, that person, you know, maybe Scorpio had a one-night stand with them. Maybe that, you know, Scorpio let this person take them, you know, this person's just comparing your people to them, right? Scorpio, like, they went to this cheap restaurant, and then, you know, Scorpio started dating this person that took them to a cheap restaurant. Like, I wouldn't take Scorpio to a cheap restaurant. Why don't Scorpio upgrade their partners? I seen Scorpio with so-and-so. That person ain't on my level. That's how this person feels. This person doesn't know whether to stay with you, Scorpio, or whether to leave you. But they've been observing you, okay? And they know that you're a good person. And they know that you're their soulmate. They know that you're this Nine of Cups energy. And they're like, damn. You know, like, it's hard to choose because it's kind of like, it's kind of like, you know, I want a brand new car, you know, and you get this brand new car off the lot, but then, you know, you find out that somebody drove it. Somebody had this car for about like a month, but then they gave it back, but it's still new. It's still new, you know, and I ain't trying to, like I said, Scorpio, I'm a Scorpio, okay? I ain't trying to downplay, but that's how this person feel. I'm just trying to do an analysis, y'all. That's how this person feel. They're like, damn, like, you know, is it new? Like, you know what I mean? Like, is it really new, or am I driving a rental? You know what I mean? That's how they feel. Okay, so somebody is trying to pull something back together. Okay, so again, Scorpio, somebody is like, you know what? I don't know whether I'm judging Scorpio's past. And by judging Scorpio's past, I don't know whether to end this, leave this in the past, or whether to pull this back together. This person's hurt because they do love you. Okay, this is a divine counterpart. This isn't, you know, some person off the street here. This is a divine counterpart. What is apology? Okay. Yeah, so somebody is resisting change here because somebody thinks that somebody wants some sort of money. Okay, what is this Death in reverse? What is Death in reverse? So somebody is taking some sort of risk here if they let you go, Scorpio. So yeah, and they feel as though they're gonna be sad for a long period of time. They feel like they're going off of their emotions here. They're moving off of their emotions, and they know that they're gonna lose something abundant. They know that they're gonna be, with the star in reverse, guys, they're gonna be sick. They know that they're just in some sort of a temporary feelings, this illusion right now, okay? Clarifying this 5 of Cups in reverse. They know that if they move on and regret from you, Scorpio, that's how they're gonna be. They feel as though if they resist change and they do not apologize here, clarifying the apology, they're taking a risk, okay, if they do resist change with you, okay? What is the 6 of Pentacles in reverse? Yeah, so somebody feels as though somebody is like obsessing though, because they're like, okay, if I forgive Scorpio, cool. But the way Scorpio did that is Scorpio, you know, this person has a lot of money, by the way, okay? Whoever you're dating, they have a lot of money. They're very, very financially stable, by the way, okay? So they're like, damn, you know, like I have this money. Like, am I doing the right? They're obsessing about their money. They're like, if I get in a relationship with Scorpio, I may not be looking at my actions. Won't I go with, you know, Susie or, you know, James over here because James didn't do this, didn't do that, and I trust James, but I don't love James like I love Scorpio. I did a reading on James and Sue or whatever, and they're not my divine counterpart. I won't be with them for the rest of my life, but I'll be a Scorpio for the rest of my life. But you know, what if I'm this person's obsessing? They think that they're scared to lose their money, Scorpio. It's kind of like getting a divorce. Some people don't want to get divorced. They're like, it's cheaper to keep her. You know, they may have one to, you know, a lawyer, and they're like, hey man, you're gonna have to give that person 70%, but over the next 5 years, you'll get it back. Over the next 10 years, you'll get it back. And it's like, damn, do I really want to do that? You know, that's how this person feels. They're like, you know, we can get the tarot readings all day, but that you're reading the current energy. The way Scorpio did that, I still have to go off of the 3D, right? You have to still, even if you're looking at the 5D, you still have to see what happens in the 3D. It has to align. It has to match up. Because if you're, you know, this good grand person in the 3D, but, you know, you're not in the 5D, and that's just saying what you're potentially having potential to be. That's saying what you can most likely be if you continue on this path. So it's like somebody's going on a good path, you know, and, you know, you read the cards, it's like, yeah, this person's a good person, this person's a great person. Then this person robs a bank. You know, and they're like, oh, you know, because everybody makes mistakes, guys. You can still be in really, really divine good energy and do something karmic and be like, man, I shouldn't have done that. I'm going back to my karmic ways. I know better than that. Whatever, right? You may accidentally curse, whatever the case may be. So now this person's like, hold on. I just read that this person is the Empress. I just read that this person's the Emperor. But this person had, you know, a sneaky link. Isn't the Empress know not to have a sneaky link with somebody like that? The Emperor knows, you know, not to stay at the strip club all night and, you know, take some new drug or whatever. But they did it one time. But, you know, what if I get with them again? So this person's looking at the 3D, okay? So this person is ghosting you based on your actions, okay? So this person is scared of that. That's clarifying the 6 of Pentacles in reverse, okay? They ghosted you based on their actions because they don't want their money to be affected by this as well. Now, this is a big baller, big spender, okay? If you are a feminine energy, this person will take you out. You don't have to pay for anything. Not saying that, you know, that matters, That's how this person gets down. Do you understand me? This person wants to marry you. You're okay? So this is a real relationship read. This isn't, you know, one of those reads where it's like, well, this is your ex coming back and they're gonna do good this time. No. This is a divine counterpart, a true, strong divine counterpart. And something happened in the past to where, you know, somebody's seen something. This may be like past, like months ago, right? Could be even a year, hell. However you did something, Scorpio, somebody disagrees with it. They don't like it. And they're like, the way you did that, that goes against my boundaries. So I'm going against myself at this time. So if I'm going against myself at this time for Scorpio, what the hell else will Scorpio do? Will I regret it? This person is really stressing, okay? Let's get another one. Let's see what else is coming next for you in love, Scorpio. Let's see. Yeah, this person is choosing right now. Okay, this person is very, very indecisive, you know, and that happens, guys, especially when people have a lot of money, you know. Some people really think like, oh, you know, this is the one, da 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 da. Yeah, spouse partner. This is the true divine spouse partner here, Scorp. Okay, and no relationship, or this person's holding back emotions with this Ace of Cups in reverse. Okay, they're holding back a lot of emotions. They're holding back this cup of offer for you. And I know what you're thinking, like, well, you know, stay your ass over there. You know what I mean? Yeah, okay, if you don't want to do that, then go stay your ass over there. You know, but what they're trying to say, Scorpio, is this is your forever person. You're their forever person. Even though you're like, okay, well, you don't want to do that, then the divine will guide me back to somebody. The divine ain't got that many damn people for you, Scorpio. Okay? You know, like the divine will be like, here, Scorpio, I'm gonna give you this person. Okay, you messed up or they messed up. Here's Scorpio, I'm gonna give you this person. Okay, Scorpio, that time you messed up. Okay, here's Scorpio, I'm gonna give you this person. Okay, they feel as though you messed up, Scorpio. Do you want to wait another 10 years or you know, the divine can't just keep on pulling people and pulling people. Y'all got to work this shit out, okay? That is basically what's happening. So the question is that this person's asking himself is, because even though it's overstepping this person's boundaries, it's overstepping what this person, you know, we'll call a counterpart. It's kind of like if somebody messed with the homies or something like that, right? And they're like, I'll never date somebody to mess with the homies, but that's your divine counterpart. Something like that, that word is really on this person's chest, is really on this person's heart. Whatever, you know, you did, Scorpio, they really feel like, I can't overlook that, you know, but they don't want to spend the rest of their life alone. This is really tough. I'm sorry about that, Scorpio. Like I said, I'm Scorpio too, guys. Don't get it twisted, okay? So this may be a future read for me. This may be a read for me. You never know, okay? I don't tell my business on here. All right, so somebody is fighting, okay? Somebody's trying to get more information about you, okay? Somebody's still fighting this. This person's really having a fight, okay? I know this is the wands here, guys, but this is really mentally. This person is still deciding, okay? And this person is looking at some sort of past, and they're really fighting here, okay? The divine is saying that's the truth, okay? Let's get some more of this Five of Wands. What is this Five of Wands? Yeah, this King of Cups. There's some sort of King of Cups here, is worried here, okay? And they feel defeated, okay? Yeah, what is this Nine of Wands? What is this Nine of Wands? Yeah, so somebody is not pregnant. So there may have been, maybe in the past, this person thought that you were going to be pregnant in a relationship and they were defeated, or maybe you may have had a pregnancy scare or something like that and they were defeated, okay? Somebody's going back and forth here. Somebody's fearing that you may cheat, okay? They feel as though you had somebody as a mistress, so, but you cut them off, all right? So they feel as though you may have had somebody. This person may have tried to trap you and get you pregnant or something like that, but you cut this person off. Or maybe you were going to get married, or maybe you got married to somebody, but then you cut this person off, and they really had high hopes that they would be with you. So this person's watching your every move here, and they're judging you from what they see, but they're breaking yes, Scorpio, they're breaking their own heart. But in the reality of this is that it's happening. You understand? So we can't say, you know, I mean, you can say if you want to, right? You can do whatever you want to do, but this person is peeping in on their soulmate, and they see something that they don't like about their soulmate, and they say, I would never do this, but never say never, because this is what their soulmate has done, or something to that equivalent here. And this person is breaking their own heart. They're fighting. They want to get over this, but it takes a lot in them to do it, okay? It takes a lot in them to do it, all right? Yeah, the truth is that somebody abused their authority in some sort of relationship. So this person feels as though whoever you was with and didn't have anything to give. This person feels like whoever you was with in the past, they're like this Emperor in reverse. They didn't have anything to give, and they're kind of embarrassed. They're like, you know, do you just want if you're dating people like that, and I come to you, I'm a whole different person. I'm a divine masculine, and I have money, da, 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 da. Do you just want me for money because you date people like that, or I seen you with somebody like that? That's just how this person's thinking. I don't agree with it, you know, but I'm just reading the energy, guys, okay? What is spouse part? Or some people can agree with it. It doesn't matter, you know, but you know, you shouldn't necessarily look into people's past, because you will break your heart, because you're gonna be like, why is my soulmate with homegirl over there, and you know, and you know, doing this and that, you know, or something there, okay? It will break your heart if you do look at your soulmate and see what they're doing right now, right? Because they're not here. They're coming divine timing. Everybody has lessons. So Scorpio, this is something that you may have learned from, but somebody's judging you from, okay? Yeah, so somebody feels defeated. This person is still deciding, Scorpio. Yeah, something hasn't changed. You know, them deciding if they want to be with you or not hasn't changed. You know, from the collective reads, I did get that this person does come back. This person does most definitely come back. But we're just reading the energy right now. Yeah, this is the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups with you, Scorpio. When we clarify spouse and partner, this is what this person's getting with you. All day, every day. They're getting everything that they want, okay? But they're still deciding, should I have everything that I want, or should I keep in the back of my mind what Scorpio did last summer, okay? Something like that, okay? Yeah, somebody feels like somebody's holding back emotions because somebody feels like somebody's not changing and they're still in this over-giving energy. So Scorpio, you may be in an over-giving energy and not a receiving energy if you're feminine, okay? And they may still think that you're flirting with people that are not on your level. They may still think that you're not leveling up. They're still looking at you and saying, Scorpio ain't ready to be with me because I'm too boss. I'm too this. That's how they feel, Scorpio. I'm too this. I'm too that. Scorpio ain't ready to be with me. And maybe you're not ready to be with them because you may not know who this person is right now, who's actually tapping into your energy and who's actually watching you, you know, without your consent. You may not know. You have to go on your own journey, okay, and figure out who you are, what you should do, what you should not do. And divine is definitely working with you, Scorpio, and they're telling you which route to go. But at the same time, this person is judging you for it, and they're breaking their own heart. Okay, let's see. Let's just do one more, Scorpio. I just want to see what will be the outcome. I see we do see that this person is still deciding. Okay. However, what will be the outcome of this? What's happening with Scorpio Collective next? What is the outcome of this? Okay. Yeah, so somebody isn't working with someone. We're going to take this in the upright, okay? So somebody is going to feel as though you're guilty, okay? Of, let's see, what is this Third of Pentacles? Of putting them in competition, okay? So somebody, it seems like somebody's competing for money and love. So this person feels like you want somebody with some damn money, okay, and love, okay, and you're trying to pull that together, okay, and they feel as though you're so you're not gonna, so they feel like you did the outcome of this is they feel as though you change your ways. They feel as though you learned from the past. They're watching you and they're watching your growth as well. So as this person continues to watch you, Scorpio, they're going to see that you're not having it no more. You're not going to low vibrational energies here. You're not going to people who don't have shit for you. You're upping your game. You're upping your standards here. Okay. People have to compete for you just to get any energy out of you, just to date you. Okay. They have to pull something together here in order to date you. So you're raising your standards. So Scorpio, this is you just growing, and this person is watching you grow, and they're gonna watch you raise your standards because something's gonna happen to where you get hurt, or you're like, enough is enough, and you are gonna raise your standards, Scorpio, and you're gonna be super guarded because you want to manifest true love. You want to manifest true love, and that's what happens. If this person wasn't watching you, I believe it was already gonna happen, right? You was already gonna form into this butterfly, into this phoenix, right, and rise from the ashes. So this is what's gonna happen, Scorpio. You're gonna rise from the ashes and be this phoenix. Okay. What is guilty? And this person is going to feel guilty for calling you a 304 or calling you promiscuous. And they're going to be heartbroken because they're going to see your strength here. Okay. They're going to see how you've flown into a butterfly. They're going to see you in a certain situation and to where, you're out on a date with somebody and, maybe they show up late or they string you along and you just cut off the date and you go home. You don't wait for them that 15 minutes. Something's going to happen when they're like, whoa, I ain't see a Scorpio do that. Or, you're talking to somebody and you're like, oh man, why my soulmate talking to somebody while they're getting this reading, right? And then next thing you know, you cut off that person, you block them, and you never see them again. Something's going to happen where you're going to start to show this massive strength and love and growth. And this person's going to be like, yo, that's my soulmate right there. Okay. So that's how it's supposed to be. That's why divine timing is so important, guys. Because these, you may not be ready to come into union yet, but this person's going to feel guilty. Okay. So thank you so much, Scorpio, for tuning in. I'll see you the next one. Bye.